Today, I have for you 3 cool freezer tips that you can use while you're isolated this quarantine season. Let's get started.
This first tip is simple, but it is very important. Always label what goes in your freezer. I'm putting what it is, how much is there, and also the date that I froze it on so that I can better keep up with my first in, first out method, which helps me to make sure that I'm using the product while it's still of good quality. To prevent freezer burn, make sure you squeeze out all extra air from the freezer bag before it goes into the freezer. If you'd like extra insurance against freezer burn, you can also use multiple layers. I like to start with a layer of cling wrap, particularly when I'm freezing things like chicken breast, pork chops, or steaks, or something of the like. We're going to squeeze out all of the extra air from the cling wrap and then wrap it again in wax paper. You can also use parchment or aluminum foil, and then you add it to a zip top bag and press out all the air again before adding it to the freezer. For best quality, use ground meat within 4 months of freezing it, and whole cuts can be frozen for up to 1 year. This next tip uses ice cube trays to help prevent liquids or sauces from going bad. Just pour in things like leftover chicken broth, that little bit of tomato puree you have left in a can, or things like juice, or even leftover coffee that you're not going to drink. You just pour it right in and let it freeze. When they have frozen solid, take them out of the ice cube trays and put them into labeled sandwich bags. And now, let me show you some fun ways that you can use these. Leftover coffee cubes can turn into a great iced mocha with just a little bit of milk and a little bit of chocolate syrup. Of course, if you had leftover juice cubes, you could also use them to make some great smoothies. Cubes of broth or sauces can often just be melted down or sometimes even added straight to the recipe. This next freezer tip will help to ensure that you have a nice warm cookie whenever you want one. All you need to do is portion out your cookie dough onto a parchment-lined cookie sheet and transfer it to the freezer until they have frozen solid. Then transfer them to a labeled zip-top freezer bag and press out all of the air. And then when you're ready for a cookie, all you need to do is take out a few and add a couple minutes onto your baking time. Then make sure to press out all of the air and return them to the freezer until you're ready for more.